My song goes as follows. In 1649 arose a glorious sensation. In Maryland, the concept came, religious toleration. The idea that it's wrong to cause a person pain and grief just because, and here's the problem, he chooses to adhere to some different belief, she chooses to adhere to some different belief. We have a problem with this language of ours. Okay. These are our personal pronouns. Now, if you note, all of the ones except for the third person singular are what we call Epicene pronouns. Epicene is this great word. Its definition is having but one form to indicate either sex. So for instance, the words I or me, that refers just as well for a male or a female. You is great. You is singular, plural, objective, subjective, and male or female. But when you look at the third person singular personal pronouns, we see that we can't just refer to a person. We can only refer to a male or a female with our pronouns. This is a problem. So what can we do about this? Well, I have an idea, and I hope you'll join me from now on. I think we need Epicene pronouns for the third person singular. And here's my idea. I use the words re, re's, and re being the subjective, re's the possessive, and the objective. And here's how I got that idea. I wanted to take something that sounded like he and she and use that long E sound. And when I went through the alphabet, it turns out that re is the only thing that's available. You have the letter B, you have the bumblebee, you have the ant bee, you have the letter C, you have the letter D, you have the girl's name D, you have the fee, which I'm not getting, G, you have the ge, you have the he, the third person singular masculine personal pronoun. Now J would work, except you have the other G, you have the key, you have the lee, the wind, you have lee, the Epicene name, you have me, ni would also work, but you have the kanini, which kind of knocks that out. You have the letter P, you have the vegetable P, you have the bodily function P, you have qui, which is kind of queer, and it's far too close to queen, which is hardly Epicene. You have re, whoopee, that's free, see? You have the ocean sea, you have she, the third person singular feminine personal pronoun, you have the letter T, you have the drink tea, you have the golf tee, you have the letter V, you have we, you have the Greek letter xi, you have ye, and you have the letter Z. It's got to be re. It's got to be re, it's got to be re, daring to try to do it or die. It's got to be re. Now some people think I'm kind of silly with my Epicene pronouns. I don't think so at all. Our language has a deficiency and I think we should remedy it. Some languages have the opposite problem. Chinese, for instance. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but sometimes you'll get a PhD from China working here. And that person will say he and she backward all the time. That's because Chinese doesn't have gender-based pronouns. They only have Epicene pronouns. It's very interesting. But we have problems here when we want to use an Epicene pronoun and we can't. Imagine, for instance, you're out at a restaurant and there's some androgynous waiter and you're looking for him, her. You're looking for It makes it much easier. Or sometimes people will be talking about their doctor or their lawyer or the judge. And you want to talk about what did he say, what did she say? Or sometimes you'll be talking about transvestites and you don't know what those people want to refer to themselves as. Well, re wants to refer to himself as this or that. Makes it very easy. It comes up in politics too. Here's a poll that Gallup did once. If your party nominated a generally well-qualified man for president, would you vote for him if he happened to be? What kind of message is that sending? I have a daughter, for instance. Now she knows that all the presidents have been men, and yet she gets this question, would you vote for him? It sends a message to her that she is not in the qualified field to be a president. I want her to think otherwise. She knows that Washington was a man. She knows that Adams was a man. And Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush. She knows that. Now, why shouldn't we have, would you vote for